Western infrastructure, but the care. Of easy. The fifth one.
What do I like about Georgia?
Hello to everyone, my name is Maria, I work in a Gulfstream company and today I'm going to tell you why Georgia is the right place to live in. First of all, I'd like to mention that the cost living index ranks Georgia as one of the most affordable countries to live in. Moreover, it's one of the most progressive and innovative ones.
Мы это интервью затеяли для того, чтобы понять, как Грузия смотрится для людей, не будучи связанными как-то с постсоветским пространством. Пол, он живет в Грузии в последнее время около 2 лет, а вообще родом из Англии и какое-то время жил, недвижимость имеет в Австралии.
And now let us look at the advantages of living in Georgia in details. First one is mild climate. Georgia's climate is affected by subtropical influences from the west and continental and dry influences from the east.
I like the weather. The weather is great weather.
It's mild and rainy on the coast of the country and in the western areas of the country, while it's more dry and continental in the eastern inland areas. The best cities to live in Georgia are Tbilisi and Batumi because of the progressive infrastructure. Batumi is a small city with subtropical climate situated near the Black Sea, and Tbilisi is the biggest city in Georgia with the ancient history and different places of interest. Second one, low medical costs. What's interesting about Georgia is that the medical costs and care here are lower than many European countries. Moreover, the medications themselves are cheap but of high quality. The third one is stores and markets on the way. Georgia is a small country, but there are a lot of stores, markets, pharmacy centers, beauty salons, cafes and restaurants on the way. People can get everything needed without long walking or long driving because in Georgia the distances are really short.
It's very inexpensive. It's very inexpensive to live.
The fourth one, good accommodation service. As we have already mentioned, Georgia is one of the most progressive and innovative countries in the world. The flow of tourists and the developing infrastructure makes the country more interesting and beautiful for tourists. Thousands of the apartments are being built in Georgia, so everyone could find an apartment to his taste. By the way, the Gulfstream Estate Agency will be glad to help you with the apartment. Please contact us if you are interested in buying or renting an apartment in Georgia. All the links and contacts are in the description below. The fifth one, low prices. As we have already mentioned, Georgia is one of the most affordable countries in the world. So people from European countries or people from America can live beyond their means. We can say that about $800 per month will be quite enough for you to live. Moreover, you can afford everything you want, starting with food and ending with the accommodation expenses.
$1,000? I don't think you need that much.
The sixth one, friendly environment. What's good about Georgia is that you'll never feel socially isolated or lonely. People here are very friendly and welcoming. They are always willing to help and are really interested in communicating with tourists.
People are very friendly. I can give you many examples of people meeting first people for the first time and them taking me out to a restaurant, buying a meal, kinkali, hachapuri.
The seventh one, delicious food. Georgia has one of the most unique cuisine in the world. Of course, some people may think that it's quite peculiar, but in reality it's really tasty. For people who like unusual dishes and spicy foods, Georgia will be like a heaven.
And the food is natural. In so many places in Europe and Australia, the food is very synthetic. not too much GM, genetically modified, like in America. But in Georgia, it's pure and natural food. So this is very important aspect for me, for the food, being natural food.
Moreover, you'll be able to find different sorts of Georgian wine and even jaja. The 8th one, easy visa and residency requirements. Before moving to Georgia, you can visit this country and stay here for a year without any problems. Because a lot of people of different countries are able to stay in Georgia without visa for a year. You'll have enough time to understand the culture of people living here, their way of life, and you'll be able to understand whether you want to stay here for long. The 9th one, unique history and places of interest. In Georgia, there are a lot of different regions and a lot of different places of interest, and all of them are unique. If you're going to travel throughout the country, you'll be able to see it yourself. The mountains, the nature, the places of interest, the history itself, all of them are unique and interesting. The last one, Georgia is an easy country to start a business. Well, it's really true. Everyone could start and run his own business in this country without any problems. Moreover, in Georgia, there are a lot of different foreign corporations and companies in the fields of entertainment, shopping, accommodation services, etc. To sum up, I'd like to say that Georgia is worth living in and worth visiting. Because of mild climate, of friendly environment, of delicious food, because of unique history and places of interest, because of easy visa and residence requirements, because of delicious wine, low prices and low medical care and costs.
Есть такая вот идея донести до англоязычной аудитории нам через YouTube-канал англоязычный, что будучи, допустим, в США, в Великобритании или еще где-то, получая, допустим, если человек пенсионер, получает пенсию 1500–2000 долларов, здесь можно намного комфортнее жить. Есть ли у Грузии, вот если мы затронули эту тему, есть ли у Грузии какие-то преимущества?
Yeah, Georgia is safe. That's one thing I will say about Georgia. You never feel threatened here.
And the most important thing is that you're always welcome here.
Because there's so many differences. I feel that England and Australia are fully developed countries and have been that way for some time. Georgia is breaking away from Russia and is still developing, I think.
Спасибо, Пол, большое за то, что дали интервью. Благодарю вас очень.
No problem.
Спасибо за просмотр. До свидания.
До свидания.
До свидания.